Hey guys, got an interesting video ahead. I think we're going to get into it, talk about some things. I don't know how long it's going to be. Hopefully it's at least a good 20 minutes, and hopefully everybody just gets to, chill out, watch me. Let's, get some dialogue going. But I just think like some interesting, let's just talk about some interesting tidbits, like the pyramids. And there's two ways to look at the pyramids, right? Like, you have the pyramids and you're like, that's insane, right? Like, how did somebody build that? But like, no one takes the perception of it where like that shows the epitome, the peak of what mankind can do. And you've seen what's come after, right? So there's really duality by looking at the pyramids, right? Like, isn't that insane to think about? Like, I don't know if anybody's brought up that, like, there's peak mankind right there. And everything after has been trying to achieve that. And it shows that the only way to get there, and I'm assuming, is through collectivism. There's only one way to be able to see that goal out, right? Look at the Great Wall of China. The only way to do that, everybody has to be on the same page. Now, granted, obviously there was a lot of slavery involved. Could be slavery involved with the pyramids. I don't know. Not going to comment on that. But what I'm saying is, look at what mankind can do when they all work together towards something. And I think that's very interesting. The reason why I bring that up is because, or the reason why I start the video with this is because we're at a place right now where everybody thinks everything's going to get done through politics, right? Nobody wants to really do like their own action. And I think deep down, no one really cares about these issues, right? So, like, I'm just going to blame all my issues on this thing over here, right? The political sphere. And maybe it'll affect my life. When realistically, it's never really affected your life personally. But it's cool to be a part of something bigger than you, right? It is very cool. And politics is the thing that you can join and feel good about yourself and be a part of. And get this, without really doing anything. That's the best part about politics, is that you don't have to do anything. But if I were to be like, yo, to these guys, like, yo, let's all give up our houses and make community homes and, give up all our materials and come together and, build something, they'd be like, what the hell are you talking about? I have to be a part of something? Sorry, buddy. I'm not doing that. You're asking a little too much of me. If I can go cast a ballot for it, I'll do it. That's what they'll do. Or they'll donate money to it, which is a great thing. At least you'll donate money to me. But the reason why I would say that is just because the government one person didn't just say, like, I'm showing you the duality of like what it shows of like when you work towards something. So like the evil side, right? They established a government, and then like when they died, the people after them kept establishing this government to rule over everyone, right? It was a plan. They all agreed to it. Everybody was like, yo, we gotta see this plan through, man. We gotta set up this government, make everyone think this is democracy. This is genius, right? And they seen it through past their deaths. Now, and the reason why I mention that is because I feel like I've been getting, like, I thought in my life a lot of times, like, I'm not the main character in my own life. And I've said in my past videos that, like, I look at myself as, like, a character in my own life. Because I'm not the main character. I think I'm here to inspire others. And eventually they'll be greater than me. And then they can keep pushing the envelope forward. Like, as long as I can inspire others, and then they inspire others, and then everybody just keeps pushing the envelope forward. And I think that's all that's supposed to really happen. Like, we gotta get this message out and keep hoping people will push it forward, regardless of if it's two people. If it's two people against the world, it's two people. Like, somebody asked me a question like, well, what if, basically, like, what if there's only a couple truth seekers in the entire world? And, let's just say hypothetically, like, there's so many different ways you can look at this world, right? You can look at the devil runs this world. You can look at, like, it's a simulation and it's, like, hijacked and it's evil. Like, a lot of people are believing, like, a simulation and it's got hijacked by somebody. And either way, right? So there's a couple people that are good, and they're going to try to fight back, right? And that was a cruel joke, but it's like, hey, man, somebody's got to see it through, right? And I feel like somebody's me, unfortunately. As much as I try to fight it, I always come back and I say, hey, man, I'm just trying to be peace, just whatever, just live my life in peace, And then I come back and it's not true. It's like I'm fighting it. Like I want to be, or if I think of like a good, like I told you, I want to be a writer. Like if I come back thinking of a good idea for a book, I could say it out loud and like, nah, it's trash. Even if it is good. Even if I tell somebody and they're like, yo, that's a good idea. It doesn't matter. It's trash to me because I don't really want to do it. And I think I just want to keep pushing and inspire others. And I feel like it's a lot of fun. The reason why I mentioned that too is because I feel like a lot of people in their lives are looking for what path they're eventually going to go down. And I think you get put some options in your face, whether you like it or not. Right? Like, for example, I've mentioned my sister dying, right? And perfect example of that. Like, a lot of people are going to take that negatively, but, like, I take that as that was a step that needed to happen for me to even get to where I am right now. And the reason why I say that is because there was two choices presented when my sister died. There was, you can go off the rails and blame everyone and be mad at everything and curse the world, right? And go down that path. Go down that path. Or you can enlighten up. Look around you. Become a part of the change that is needed. And I took that path. Now, and what I'm saying is, I think that was the moment in my life. And I think that there's moments in people's lives where they're presented with themselves, They're looking at themselves and they see two options and they choose. And then, people regret their choices in life. And that's where a lot of regret comes from. And I just don't want to regret, my life. And I feel like I don't. But I'm saying like when I'm older, I don't want to regret, any choices I've made. And I feel like I'm going down the right path. I feel like I'm rambling, but like I feel like this is a good video and I feel like I want to get this out because it's important for people. I feel like people are very stressed about where they're going and where they're going to be in life. And I think when you really are true to yourself and if it's rooted in goodness, the path is going to show and then that's on you to act. I really truly believe that. Like something will come to light and it'll hit. And I think a lot of people, though, they get hit with it and they get scared. Because, honestly, it is isolation. There's a lot of isolation involved when you want to find what you really want to do. And like I said, people want to go to bring it back full circle. People want to be a part of something bigger than them. So if their road or whatever they have to do in life, in this life, is isolated or is not what's popping right now, they're going to be like, man, I don't really want to do that, But you just got to do it. Because you're probably going to die and come back and do it again. Unfortunately, there's no way around it. That's why I say, man, you got to free the shackles off yourself. Break these free. Because no one's going to do it for you. At the end of the day, no one's going to do it for you. As much as we like to complain and look for help, that's where like God came from. We're looking for something bigger than us, existential. You got to free yourself. And the only way you can really do that is by starting with you. What makes you tick? I don't know if you guys can hear my dog chewing, but he's going ham on this bone. But you just got to free the shackles off yourself. And I think that's really hard for people because, like I said, you got to really take a good look at yourself. I don't know if people can. I'm going to let the video breathe for a second just because I'm thinking, like, is it because people don't want to really take a good look at themselves? A lot of people don't like themselves, but that's because of the standards of today's society, right? They don't want to like themselves, even if they are fine. It's just interesting where we're at in today's society, Like, I really don't think there's any chance of being a revolutionary in this society when, like, it's a losing battle. I mean, everybody wants to not be a part of, like, the real change, real action, so I'm on the losing side. I'm going to look crazy because, like I said, I mean, if the world was full of killers and I protested and I said no more killing, they would say, dude, you're the bad guy. This is normal. and you're trying to stop what's normal and right. You gotta remember, the same people that are, this is not to be like this, but I'm gonna be keep it a buck with y'all. The same people that like tell us what's right and everything like that used to say slavery was like genetic. So like, honestly, all the scientists shit, not to say I'm anti-scientist, but like, bro, those same scientists' grandparents were saying it's in their DNA to be slaves, bro. You gotta remember this shit. I don't think y'all, this shit go deep. They were saying slaves were in their DNA to be slaves. Like, Native American people were just born dumb, like shit like that. Like, they were saying that. And then I don't know if people really know, like, if you even, and here, how about this? If you tried to oppose, like, if white people tried to oppose slavery, they would also get whipped. They don't talk about that because they don't want white people to know, like, the real truth, but like, they would get whipped too. They would get killed, beheaded if they tried to oppose slavery, bro. Shit goes deep. That's what I'm saying. A lot of this shit, can't really trust it. Can't trust this side. I mean, that's why it's like, it's so tough to make people realize the truth, because realizing the truth, you realize like, damn, we're fucked. You know? And it's like, what can we really do? And it's like, but then like at the same time though, that same mindset is bad. I know I just broke, right? I did a like my PC restarted. Because like, everyone, me included, we have this mindset where small changes aren't changes, right? Every change has to be drastic. It has to be huge, right? I got to be doing something, like, for example, like running, or just hitting the gym in general, or saving money. Even if you're saving 25 cents a day, it's 25 cents more than you were saving, right? But we have that's nothing, so why even do it? But we need to start realizing that any change, any help, or anything you're doing in your life is helping you. And that goes to, freeing the shackles off yourself, and just in revolutionary. You can take that any way you want. Like, if you need to get in shape, running, listen, if you run anything, it's more than you were running. So don't judge yourself. We judge ourselves and put ourselves down. It's crazy how we're our own worst critics, right? When we're supposed to be helping ourselves. Our brains are like, it's not even our brains, it's the brain, it's not the mind, because the mind is like the wisdom and wants you to do better for yourself, but the brain is so programmed from everything, so you just like naturally, the brain like is your nervous system, so it hates yourself, and the mind is separate, so it's like looking down at you like, bro, no, you can do it, and your brain's like, let me process that. No, you can't, because you suck. And you're like, fuck, I suck. You know what I mean? That's literally how it happens. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I'm looking at some notes, see if there's anything else that I need to really hit. I think that's it. I mean, just think like, the plan's going to happen regardless if you're ready or not. You just got to man up at the end of the day. Whether you like it or not, you just got to man up, honestly. Sometimes you just be like, damn, man, I don't want to do this, but it's all there else is to do, right? Like, it's interesting. It's fun. I really want to have fun in this life. I think anything is fun. I think just having fun is fun. And I think, dangerous is fun. Like, somebody told me I have a lot of chaotic energy. And I'm just like, I do. But I feel like I need it for this life. I feel like you need a little bit of it to get through. And curiosity. So, I mean, I hope people enjoyed this video. I feel like I didn't ramble too much. I feel like I do hit some points here and there. It may seem like my energy's low, but I'm just trying to really like lock in, talk, get that, hit that sweet spot. But we'll see. All right, guys. I don't know what to name this video, so we'll figure it out. Bye.